Shri ततश्च विद्यावाप्य विबुधोत्तमतां दधानं कुर्वे सदा हृदि गुरुं करुणाकराख्यम् लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमच्युतपदाम्बुजयुग्मरुक्मव्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानाम् आद्यस्य नः कुलपतेर्वकुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगलं प्रणमामि मूढ्ना भूतं सरश्च महदाह्वय भट्टनाथ श्रीभक्तिसारकुलशेखरयोगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेणुपरकालयतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम् श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि. A very quick recap of our previous lecture. We learned about Madhura Kaviyalvar's composition that praised his Acharya, Nammalvar, who is called Shathakopa in Sanskrit. On Nammalvar, Madhura Kaviyalvar composed in Tamil what is called Kanninum Siruttambu. Then we saw about the reason for it. He could have written about Bhagavan, but he did not. Instead, he wrote about his Acharya. That is what we saw. Then we saw what Swami Vedanta Deshika says about Madhura Kaviyalvar and Krishna at the start of Rahasya Trayasara. So we saw that showing bhakti to the Acharya is also a way that takes us towards Parabrahman, takes us towards moksha. Then, to illustrate the greatness of serving the Acharya, we said that Acharya is a Bhagavata by nature, by definition. Acharate iti Acharya. Pancharatra defines who Acharya is. One who practices dharma perfectly as ordained by scriptures. If not 100% perfect, at least yatha shakti yatha jnanam. How much ever possible, how much ever is known, these people who are called as acharyas, they practice dharma, and in dharma specifically, they practice bhakti as well. Now, this makes acharyas bhagavatas by definition itself. So, to illustrate the greatness of performing seva to bhagavatas, which is also ordained by scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam says it. A number of other scriptures say it. They say that Bhagavan loves Bhagavata Seva more than even Bhagavat Seva. That is what we saw through an example in the Ramayana of Valmiki. Today, we will see a little more about the greatness of the Acharya. Srimad Bhagavatam, which I just mentioned, it talks about the Acharya. Now, this English part that I have written is the translation done by Srila Prabhupada. He is, of course, not a Sri Vaishnava, but where the translation is correct, there is no problem in taking it. Where the explanation is correct, rather. This is not a word by word translation, but the meaning has been conveyed. Guru Shushrushaya, by performing Shushrusha to Guru, by performing service to the Guru. How do you perform service to the Guru? Oh no, I have to do service to the Guru. See, he is asking me to do this. He is asking me to do that. What a horrible Guru I have. I came to him for knowledge. But instead of giving me knowledge, he is giving me tasks. He is treating me like a servant. I don't want to do it. Unfortunately, I don't have another guru, therefore I follow him. Is this the way a person should think? No. A person should be willing to do anything and everything that the guru asks him to do. He should have complete faith in the guru and should have a feeling of devotion to the guru. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasa has very beautifully said. What has he said? Guru Shushrooshaya Bhaktya. With bhakti. So, one thing is that we have to perform service to the guru. How many people really do it? We don't know. And how should we perform service? Should we wait for the guru to come to us and ask us, please do me a help, please do me that help? No. We should go to the guru and say, I want to do service. Please help me. I feel like doing service. I want to do whatever little I can to help you. Please let me know. Of course, if the guru says there is nothing that I want, go away. You should not bother him continuously. Please let me do, please let me do. No, that kind of a bothering is not appropriate. Had Goshti Purna asked Bhagavad Ramanuja to not return again, the story would have been different. But Swami Goshti Purna told Bhagavad Ramanuja to return on some other day. He kept telling every time, again and again and again. He could not openly reject Bhagavad Ramanuja. He was testing Bhagavad Ramanuja first. Because back then, Bhagavad Ramanuja had become very popular already. Although he was young, he had already mastered the Vedas, he had defeated his own guru when his guru told wrong interpretations of the Vedas. So, all of that was known to people. Knowledge travels. And despite his fame, Goshti Purna did not want to accept him immediately. Think about today's schools. Today, if you look at any school or college, which kind of a student would they prefer? Would they prefer students who are not so great at studies, barely getting 40%? Let us take him in and give him so much knowledge that he becomes a real scholar. Is that what the majority of schools and colleges do? No. But if they see a report card, if it says he has scored 90%, 93%, this happened in my life as well. One school refused to give me admission. After I showed the report card, they immediately took me in childhood. Why? Because when they see great marks, they would think, okay, he is already a very good person. He is already a great scholar. Therefore, if he joins here, he will continue to get good marks, and by using him, we will get a good name. What is that? That is selfishness. But what Swami Goshti Purna had was something else in mind. He was looking for Shishya Lakshana that we talked about before, right? Sadbuddhi sadhu sevi samuchita charita tattva bodha bilashi shushrushastyaktamana pranipatana parah prashna kala pratiksha. So, how did we get those words in Swami Deshika's shloka? Swami Deshika had studied so many scriptures. When he said Shushrushastyaktamana, that Shushrusha, he took it from here, Guru Shrushrushaya. So, Srimad Bhagavatam says Guru Shrushrushaya Bhaktya. Goshti Purna wanted a student who would not only be knowledgeable. Knowledge is fine. If he doesn't have, I can always teach him. But what if he doesn't have the character? What kind of character are you talking about? It is not just about general good behavior, it is about humility. That humility is extremely important when we go in front of gurus. It is so important. Many people today, they want knowledge, they are very curious. If you sit, if an acharya comes and sits on a Vyasapitha and gives a lecture to the entire public, they will fall at his feet. But if they go to him and he starts teaching them personally, they might end up hearing things that they don't want to hear. He would be 100% correct. Yet, they, out of their own ignorance, maybe they have heard something somewhere from social media, or maybe they are biased themselves, or maybe they themselves have bad habits. Let us say they are regular smokers and drinking addicts. Then, if the Acharya says smoking is wrong, you should not harm your body, Drinking is wrong, it is banned by even the Veda. Then, if the student says, what are you saying? You are behaving like an Abrahamic. We do not have rules in Sanatana Dharma. If they start blabbering something and arguing in that way, what would it show? It would show not only the absence of humility, but also ego. And it would not count as ego on the side of the Acharya to say, you do not know anything, shut up. The Acharya can ask the Shishya to shut up. The Acharya can ask the public to shut up if it is blabbering. He has the right. What can we do? We cannot go and debate with him when we do not have knowledge. Why did Bhagavad Ramanuja debate? Because he had the knowledge. He had already attained the knowledge through proper gurus. He did not get the knowledge out of nowhere. He saw problems in what Yadava Prakasha said. So, for example, in the famous Chandogya Upanishad citation of Yadava Prakasha, when Bhagavad Ramanuja disagreed with him, what really happened there was it was not just that Bhagavad Ramanuja was emotional. Oh, how could he insult Bhagavan? I'm getting hurt, therefore I will call it wrong. No. He is insulting Bhagavan. It is painful. Therefore, Bhagavad Ramanuja is crying. But he is wrong in so many different ways. He is wrong in so many different ways. There are 6 ways to interpret that statement in Chandogya Upanishad, that particular statement. But Yadava Prakasha chose the worst possible interpretation. That is what Bhagavad Ramanuja showed people. So it wasn't just an emotional disagreement, it was an intellectual disagreement where Bhagavad Ramanuja really knew the Shastras. Where did he learn the Shastras from? Not from self study. He had learned it. He had gurus before as well. He had learned. So we should understand that even in that kind of a situation, how did Bhagavad Ramanuja disagree? He did not even speak his disagreement. He only cried. When asked for the reason, he explained. Then, even at that time, he did not debate. He said, what you are saying is not acceptable to me. It is very hurtful. Even at that time, he did not immediately debate. But Yadava Prakasha asked, how do you think am I wrong? Prove it. Because you are saying I am wrong. You have to explain how I am wrong. Then, therefore, with the permission of his guru to debate with the guru, Bhagavad Ramanuja debated. Look at the procedure he followed. To debate with his guru, who is obviously wrong, he waited for the permission of his guru. That is Shishya Lakshana, Uttama Shishya Lakshana. That is the quality of the best Shishya. How do you get that kind of a quality? You get it only when you have bhakti towards the guru. Bhagavad Ramanuja was worried about his own guru. He is misinterpreting in this way. Tomorrow he would get a big apachara because of such Bhagavat apachara due to committing sins by insulting Bhagavan. He might end up getting Narakagati. He might end up suffering in hell. Therefore, it becomes our duty as Shishyas to do as much service to our Guru as possible. And therefore, given that the Guru himself is asking for the proof, Bhagavad Ramanuja gave the proof in front of everybody, showing that his Guru was wrong. So, we should not misunderstand the example. Yes, there are dialogues, yes, there are debates, yes, there are cases of Shishyas debating with Gurus, but how should you do it? With complete bhakti. Guru Shushrooshaya Bhaktya. The scriptures say it. Who is Vyasa? Vyasa is Vishnu. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave. Krishna Dvaipayanam Vyasam Vidhi Narayanam Prabhu. Vyasa is Narayana. And he has said this. Therefore, we accept it to be absolutely authentic. So, Bhagavan wants us to have bhakti not only towards him, but towards the Acharya as well. By performing service, devotional service, by performing service, all kinds of service to the Guru, and by showing devotion to the Guru. Sarvalabdharpanena cha. Sarvalabdharpanena cha. By offering everything, sarvalabdha, everything that has been obtained by the Shishya should be offered to the Guru. What does it mean? Does it mean that if you're a Shishya, you should always be a beggar? Well, in those days, there were Shishyas who lived by Bhiksha, and whatever they collected, they brought it to the Guru, and the Guru would divide it between the Shishyas and himself so that all of them would be able to eat. That was done. But that is not just what is meant by Sarvalabdharpanenacha. It means much more, much more. We'll see it partially. Sarvalabdharpanenacha means whatever you are getting, be it knowledge, be it power, be it possession, be it fame, all of that is coming to you by the compassion of the Guru. Therefore, therefore, you should offer everything to the Guru. What does it mean by offering everything to the Guru? Two things. One, your Guru should be credited for all your greatness. Swami Vedanta Deshika had a son, Kumara Varadacharya. This Varadacharya, he was extremely knowledgeable. He was a great scholar. He could have talked about his own glory, or he need not have necessarily said so much about his father. But he said, Yasmadeva Maya Sarvam, Shastramagrahi Nanyataha, Tasmai Venkatanathaya, Mamanathaya Mangalam, from whom alone I learned all the Shastras. To that Venkatanatha, to that Natha means Lord, to that Venkatanatha, who is also my Natha, he is my Lord as well. Why? Because he is my father, he is my Guru, he is like a Devata to me. Kumara Varadacharya says, Pitre Brahmopadeshtre me, Gurave Daivataya cha. Pitre Brahmopadeshtre, Gurave Daivataya. What all is he saying? He is my father, for my father, for the great Acharya who gave me Brahmopadesha, then for my Guru, and for a person who is like my Devata. Prapyaya Prapakayastu Venkateshaya Mangala. So we should have that level of respect towards the Guru and the Acharya. Rama explains it in Ramayana. Dasharatha is not just his father. Rama says, Dasharatha is my father, yes, but he is also the king and he is also my Guru. When any one of these three says anything, we have to follow completely. In Ayodhya Kanda, Rama very beautifully explains. When your father gives some command, you should follow completely. When your Guru gives some command, you should follow it completely. When the king gives you a command as his subject, you have to follow it completely. But in the case of my father, he is my father, the king, and also the Guru. He is all the three. Therefore, there is not one but three entire reasons where I have to completely obey his words. So, just because Dasharatha said, Rama went to the forest. We generally celebrate it as Pitruvachana Paripalana, following the word of his father, following the command of his father. Dasharatha himself never spoke openly. He never opened his mouth and told Rama to go to the forest. Valmiki very beautifully describes the scene. But knowing it to be Dasharatha's command, because he had promised Kaikeyi, Rama went to the forest. That is the level of bhakti that you should show to your father. Yes, not just the father. Rama says it is that level of bhakti that you should show your guru as well. And that is why he went to the forest. So, Sarvalabdharpanenacha, everything that I have, I got from him. So, if by chance he tells me to leave everything and go away, go to the forest, what should I do? I should leave everything and go to the forest. No matter what he says. Maybe it might appear to be happy, pleasurable. Maybe it might appear to be sad, torturing, difficult. But no matter what the Guru says, we have to follow. If the Guru says, why are you keeping this? Don't keep this. You should not keep. If he says, give away your wealth, you should give away your wealth. If he says, give away your possession, you should give away your possession. These are all materialistic benefits. But by following the words of a guru, you get spiritual benefits which are infinite times superior. So, you should be willing to offer everything to the guru. Sarvalabdharpanena cha. You should be in that state mentally. It doesn't mean when you go to a guru itself, you first write all your properties in the name of your guru and then go to him. That is not the rule told by Bhagavatam. You should have that mindset. That is what it means. Sangena sadhu bhaktanam ishvararadhanena cha. Then sadhu bhaktanam sangena. It is not just enough to have bhakti towards the guru and perform service to the guru. If you are not having association with other saintly people, other devotees, maybe they are also shishyas of your guru, but if you do not have proper association with them, your bhakti will start decreasing, your ego will start increasing. So, what should you have? Sangena sadhu bhaktana. And you should have the association of saintly beings. You should have the association of devotees. And with that, devotees meaning devotees of in which way? Those who are also performing Guru Sushrusha, those who have Guru Bhakti, and those who are also having Bhagavad Bhakti, those who are devotees of both the Guru and Bhagavan. You should have the association of those kinds of devotees. What happens when you have all of that? You are humble, you are listening to the Guru. The Guru teaches how to perform Aradhana to Bhagavan. Aradhananam sarvesham Vishnor Aradhanam Mahad. The greatest Aradhana is that which is done to Vishnu. But can you do it in any way and every way? If you have pure bhakti, maybe he would pardon your sin. Ghantakarna offered human meat to Krishna. Krishna pardoned him. But that was because Ghantakarna did not know that offering human meat is wrong. If you know something is wrong, you should leave it. Knowing what is correct, what is the correct way to worship Bhagavan, that alone should be done by you. How do you know it? Through the Guru. So, by having Guru Bhakti, by performing service to the Guru, by offering everything to the Guru, you get knowledge from the Guru. And when you see other saintly people using that knowledge properly, you would also be inspired to use it properly and pray to Bhagavan in the most correct way with authentic bhakti and authentic practice. What else should you do in terms of Bhagavan? Shraddhaya tat kathayam cha. With great faith, you should listen to the stories, the pastimes of Bhagavan that are told by the Guru. If Guru says something, Bhagavan did this, Bhagavan did that, Krishna stole butter, you shouldn't say this is nonsensical. How can the Supreme Being steal butter? How can he steal? You should not argue. You can get doubts, but you should not form conclusions by yourself. If you get doubts, you should humbly ask because you should feel that the Guru is by default correct. Shraddhaya tat kathayam cha kirtanair gunakarmana. Then what should you do? You should sing the various auspicious qualities of Bhagavan and you should sing the greatness of his Leelas. What Bhagavan did here, what he did there. Lava and Kusha sang the greatness, the qualities, and the actions of Rama. So, that is how we should be. तत्पादाम्बुरुहध्यानात् तल्लिंगेक्षार्हणादिभिः. What should we do? We should always meditate on Bhagavan's feet. Not just Bhagavan's feet, also on Guru's feet. We should meditate upon the Guru's feet. Then only Bhagavan's feet would also be visible to us. Otherwise, we might be thinking, yes, I am falling at the feet of Bhagavan, but Bhagavan will not accept you. So, tayoho padamburuhadhyanat, by meditating upon the Lord's lotus feet with the blessings of the Guru's feet, we should worship Bhagavan. Tallingeksharhanadibhi, as ordained by the scriptures, which is revealed to you by the Guru, you should pray to Bhagavan. So these two shlokas of Bhagavatam are extremely important, at least as far as Sri Vaishnavas are concerned. Of course, Srimad Bhagavatam has commentaries by acharyas of various sampradayas. Nobody is going to deny it. Then comes the greatness of the acharya as explained by more smritis. In Padma Purana, there is a section called Guru Gita. Lord Shiva is speaking to Parvati Devi. He tells her certain things. What does he say? He says, Yesham Guru Kripa Nasti, Adhogachanti Parvati. If there are people, in fact, for those people who do not possess the compassion of the Guru, remember what Shiva is saying. He does not say Guru Upadesha. He is not saying Guru Upadesha. He says Guru Kripa. Lord Shiva, who is praised as Dakshinamurti, he is praised as Sarvajna, the knower of everything, by Swami Deshika. Shiva knows how to speak. Look at how he is speaking. Yesham Guru Kripa Nasti. He could have said Yesham Guru Upadesha Nasti. He did not say that. Why? Because many people think that getting knowledge is important. Yes, I should get knowledge from the Guru. I should get knowledge. No. What you really need, much more than knowledge, is the compassion of the Guru. Why? What happens? Even if you learn everything, suppose I go to a Guru, I threaten him at what point to teach me everything. And due to some kind of fear, he also teaches me. I might think I have got all the knowledge, but if I do not have his compassion, I will not advance spiritually. I might have learned the Veda, I might have learned all the concepts, I might have become a public speaker and have millions and millions of followers. People might even be worshipping me as God, but I will not be I will not be able to attain Bhagavan. I will not be able to attain Sadgati. I will not be able to advance spiritually. So, those who do not have the compassion of the Guru, what happens to them? They fall down. Adhogachanti. What do you mean by falling down? Do I fall down from a cliff? Do I fall down from a chair? Do I fall down from the staircase? What does it mean? Yes, I fall down from the staircase of spiritual advancement. All the punya karmas that I did in the past, all the good deeds I did, all the knowledge I obtained, these elevate me spiritually. But all of that spiritual elevation disappears the second I lose the compassion of the Guru. Knowledge, people might think, oh, I have got all the knowledge, but that is not enough. So, you should always be grateful to the Guru, even after you have learned everything, even if he is very old, even if he cannot teach you anymore, even if he has started forgetting. He is 70, 80, 90, he is unable to remember much or even speak much. You can speak well, you remember everything that you have studied, your knowledge appears to be better than his. But even in that situation, you should still respect your Guru. Why? Because knowledge is secondary. Compassion of the Guru, the blessings of the Guru. What do you mean by compassion of the Guru? It is not that compassion by which he gives you knowledge. Yes, that compassion is also necessary. But more importantly, you should have the blessings of your Guru. So, for those who do not have the blessings of the Guru, what happens to them? They fall down, they get naraka, they eventually go wrong. They might have a lot of knowledge, they might be performing 100 yajnas, they might be giving 1000 discourses, they might be reciting the name of Bhagavan day and night. But even reciting the name of Bhagavan, even performing Sharanagati to him, no matter what they do, all of that will go waste if they do not have the blessings of the Guru. If they do not have the blessings, then it means they have not performed Sharanagati properly, or that they have sinned after performing Sharanagati. They have committed Bhagavatapachara. Therefore, they would also fall down. We said Sharanagati gives moksha, but we also say in Vishishtadvaitha that even if you have performed Sharanagati, yes, I have got Sharanagati, Bhagavan has guaranteed me moksha. I don't need my guru anymore. Let me become the guru. Let me become the acharya. Let me go away. No, that attitude will take me down. I might not realize it. I might earn lakhs and lakhs of rupees. I might earn crores and crores of rupees. I might get the title Jagat Guru. I might be praised by all the countries of the globe. But if I do not have the compassion of the Guru, I would fall down. So, Bhagavan is impossible to be reached without the compassionate blessings of the Guru. Padma Purana also says something more. The same Shiva tells Gurum Bhajet. You have to perform bhajana to the Guru. You should have bhakti towards the Guru. Bhakti, it comes from bhaj dhatu. Bhaj means seva. Bhaj, sevayam we say. So, you have to perform seva to the Guru with devotion, devotional service. This devotional service is a duty. Yes, if you don't have it, you fall down. But what if I never go to a Guru? Only if I go to a Guru, I have to perform seva to him. I should have his compassion. What if I don't even go to a Guru? What if I start imagining by myself that I will think Bhagavan is my Guru? Ekalavya thought that Dronacharya is his Guru. Dronacharya did not accept him. Ekalavya imagined it by himself. He had the bhava, he had the Guru Bhakti, he learned, and he became better as well. He became better than Arjuna. But what happened? Drona asked him for his finger. We all know the story. I'm not going to explain. And therefore, Ekalavya lost it. He did not have the kripa of his Guru. And furthermore, of course, we are talking about the spiritual context. In the case of Ekalavya, it was Dhanur Vidya. Therefore, despite not having the compassion of his Guru, he still had a lot of skills, right? He had a lot of skills. He proved it. Even after he lost his fingers, he was a very great fighter. His later battle is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, where he fights against the side of Krishna. But again, he did not get elevated. So, he lost the war. Obviously, if you fight against Krishna, how will you win? You might think you have won. Jarasandha thought he won, but he did not win. So, we should understand that it's a duty. Yes, Ekalavya at least had that bhakti towards Dronacharya. Is that bhakti enough? Can I assume bhakti by myself? And can I assume Bhagavan to be my guru and start learning everything by myself? No. If you imagine Bhagavan to be your guru, that doesn't mean that Bhagavan has become your guru. Did Bhagavan come and say that he became my guru? No. If I imagine by myself, I will take Bhagavan as my guru. He is called Jagadacharya. He is called Jagat Guru. Correct? Correct? We say Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramadhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Mande Jagat Guru. We call Krishna as Jagat Guru. He is in fact Adi Guru. Some people these days they call Shankaracharya as Adi Guru. But Adi Shankaracharya was not Adi Guru. He also had a guru. Govindacharya was there. Gaudapada was there. So many people were there above him also, before him. So, the first Guru, Jagat Guru, the Lord of all the worlds, that is Krishna, correct? Even Shankaracharya taught the meanings of Krishna's words, Bhagavad Gita. So, Krishna is Jagat Guru. Therefore, he is my Guru as well. Therefore, I will imagine him to be the Guru and learn by myself. What will happen if I do that? I will not have his Kripa. I will think I have it, but I will not have it. So, it is a duty to show devotion to the Guru. But it is also important to have the blessings of the Guru. That is why I mentioned that first. Yesham Guru Kripanasti. We should have devotion and we should have the blessings of the Guru. Why should I agree to all of these things? Shastras will say so many things. Why should I believe in it? I am not an Abrahamic, right? I am not a Christian or Muslim to say, no, you have to follow the Bible. No, you have to follow the Quran. I am a Hindu. I can follow whatever I like. Krishna allows it. No, Krishna does not allow it. Krishna says in Gita, Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te. Krishna says, Shastram Pramanam. The scriptures are authoritative sources of knowledge. If the scriptures say that this is what we should do to attain Sadgati, then that is what we should do to attain Sadgati. No questioning. You do not question the Vedic scriptures because they are correct. You should have faith in the scriptures. That is what Krishna himself says, right? So, Deshika, therefore, he said, Shastra Vishwasa Shali. That is how a Shishya should be. He should have faith in the scriptures. Then only he will become a proper Shishya. And what do these scriptures say? These scriptures say, have faith in your Guru, surrender to your Guru, do seva to your Guru. Bhagavad Ramanuja was doing seva to his Guru. Even when his Guru was misinterpreting Chandogya Upanishad, what was the former doing? Bhagavad Ramanuja was giving him an oil massage. So he was performing seva to his Guru. I have heard from my venerable Acharya that he has seen Srila Prabhupada being given this kind of a service by his foreign Shishyas. Acharya said jovially, here in India, people question gurus so much. But look at this man. Of course, my Acharya has interacted with Prabhupada, therefore he knows. He saw it live. But look at this man. He went abroad and even foreigners are performing seva to him. Why? Because he taught them about the greatness of a guru. So, what do we learn from it? Yes, even the foreigners accepted when they were told and explained logically about the greatness of the Guru, they accepted it. Likewise, we should accept the Guru Bhakti that Madhura Kavi Alvar had. Krishna says, Shastram Pramana. You have to believe in all of these. He further says, Tadvidhi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upadekshyanti Te Jnanam Jnaninaha Tattvadarshinaha. This shloka I have cited so many times. I am not going to explain it in detail. What we need to remember is that we should know to fall at the feet of the Guru. Pranipatana Paraha, as Deshika said, right? We should be ready to surrender ourselves to the Guru. As Bhagavatam said, surrender everything that you have to the Guru by falling at his feet. Krishna literally says, fall at his feet. Ask appropriate questions. Perform seva. By these things, Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. Those who see the actual tattva, those scholarly people, those great saintly scholars, they would grant the spiritual knowledge. Why does Krishna say so? Because there is a rule in Manusmriti that if the Shishya is not humble, you should not give him knowledge. Dharma Shastras are very strict. Who to teach, how to teach, and so on. So, that person should have a lot of faith. We should be willing to do whatever I say. Otherwise, if I teach a person as I please, if I teach Brahmastra, Narayanastra, everything to my son, who Dronacharya taught Ashwathama. What did Ashwathama do? He did not bother. He thought, okay, let the world get destroyed. As long as I kill my enemy, it is okay. That is not the kind of person you should grow. That is not the kind of Shishya you should build. The Shishya should be willing to listen to you at all times. Plus, he should also not only have bhakti, but also have faith in the scripture and follow it properly out of faith in you. So, that is how a Shishya should behave. Krishna himself says it in Gita. Okay, but none of these is the Veda, right? What if somebody comes and says Vedas are only original? All these Smritis came later, Itihasa, Purana, everything came later. Only Veda is original. We will believe only if the Veda says it. We will not believe what some Mahabharata, which is Bhagavad Gita, or some Puranas, Padma Purana, so on. What they say, why should I believe? I will believe only in the Veda. Only Veda is unadulterated. If some fools speak in that way. Then, of course, we have citations from the Vedas as well. Mundaka Upanishad says that Vijnanartham sa gurumeva abhigaccheta. To learn about moksha, he should go only to the Guru. Veda could have said he should go to Bhagavan, right? You go to Bhagavan, you keep praying to him, you will eventually get. That is not what the Veda said. The Veda did not say go to Bhagavan. Yes, Bhagavan is there in the temples. We saw in previous classes that there is something called Archavatara accepted in Vishishtadvaitha. The Vigraha which is available in temples, the Vigrahas of Bhagavan, they are also considered to be Bhagavan himself. They are considered to be his avatars. Can't I go to Bhagavan and pray to him? That is not what the Upanishad say. It said you should go to the Guru. It says go to the Guru. Does it say I shouldn't go to Bhagavan? Yes, it does. However, it says Gurum eva abhigachet. I have made a typing mistake here. It should be Gurum eva abhigachet. Tad vijnanartham sa Gurum eva abhigachet. Samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishta. That's what this Shrotriya. How should this Guru be? He should be a Shrotriya. He should be one who has learned the Veda. He should be a Brahmanistha. He should be focused towards attaining the Parabrahman. That kind of a person. That is why Deshika, when explaining the qualities of the Guru, he said, Siddham Sat Sampradaye Thiradhyamanagham. What does he say after that? He says, Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham. He has taken it directly from the Veda. So we know that Mundakopanishad says that Vijnanartham Sagurumeva Abhigachet. Now, if somebody comes and argues, Upanishad is not a Veda, Upanishad is something else outside of the Veda, we will pray to Bhagavan to remove their ignorance and move on. Chandogya Upanishad also says, Acharya eva, Acharya dhaiva, Vidya Vidita Sadhishta Prapate. So, authentic knowledge, spiritual knowledge, we should get only and only from the Acharya. So, knowledge of Vedic scriptures, especially on how to get moksha, all of that should be obtained only from an Acharya. Madhura Kavi Alvar was a perfect disciple. He got all the knowledge and he was a perfect disciple. Therefore, whatever we followed, whatever he followed, we should understand that he followed it with the knowledge of the scriptures. And therefore, if we say he did not pray to Krishna, he prayed only to his own Guru, Namalvar, we don't have to worry about it because he knew that this is a path approved by Krishna. Taittiriya Upanishad says, this is something beautiful in Shikshavali, where we teach the basic things to the Shishyas. There is a beautiful statement. It calls Vidya, that is knowledge, as the Sandhi of Acharya and the disciples. So, Acharya is there. Then there are Shishyas. Vidya is the Sandhi. What is the medium? The medium that enables this Sandhi, this meeting point called knowledge, education, is Pravachana. Pravachanagam Sandhanam, it says. So, Veda says clearly that you should learn from the Acharya. Only when you learn from Acharya, you get Vidya. And that also, what is the correct formal way of learning? Through Pravachana. So, yes, my Acharya wrote a book long back. I am going to read the book by myself. I will not go to the Acharya. I will just read the book and get knowledge. That is okay, but that is still not formal. You should learn Vedic knowledge through Pravachana by listening to the Acharya. That is why I have written that it is the resultant. Knowledge is the resultant of the meeting point of Acharya's words and the Shishya's ears. The words are not mentioned here in whatever I have typed, but immediately after saying Vidya Sandhi, the Veda says Pravachanagam Sandhanam. So we understand that that is how we are to learn. Pancharatra, which is held to be supremely authentic by the Sri Vaishnavas who follow Bhagavad Ramanuja. Pancharatra, which is held to be one of the contenders, not just a contender, but one of the 100% valid contenders for the title of Panchamo Vedaha. Mahabharata is called Panchamo Vedaha, correct? We say it is so great that you can treat it to be the fifth Veda. That Mahabharata itself says that Pancharatra is 100% authentic. So Pancharatra is also eligible for the title of Panchamo Veda, as it is explained in the scriptures. Pancharatra, what does it say? It says Gurum Prakashayet Dhiman. Now, this is interpreted in two different ways. One should highlight his Guru in a good way. The intelligent man keeps highlighting his Guru in a good way. Why? If he is unintelligent, that is, he would not highlight his Guru, then he would not have spiritual advancement. How did Madhurakavi Alvar highlight his Guru? Through Kanninum Silatam. Gurum Prakashayet Dhiman. This is the first way to interpret it. The intelligent man should always highlight the greatness of his Guru. There is a second way to understand. He who highlights the greatness of his Guru is Dhiman. Uttamur Swami is explaining very beautifully. He says, Gurum Prakashayet Dhiman. He who highlights the greatness of a Guru is an intelligent person. What is the difference between these two? One is that if you are already intelligent, you have to highlight, praise the greatness of your Guru. The other is that only if you praise the greatness of your Guru, you will even become intelligent. So, intelligent in the context of spiritual advancement, that intelligence comes from praising the greatness of the Guru. When would you be able to truly praise the greatness of the Guru? When you have Guru Bhakti. When you have Guru Bhakti, you would get Guru Kripa, the blessings of the Guru. And with Guru Kripa, you would become Dhiman. You would become an intelligent person. Of course, the shloka is slightly longer, right? This is just 1/4 of the shloka. It says, Gurum Prakashayet Dhiman, Mantram Yatnena Gopayet, Aprakasha Prakasha Abhyam, Kshiyete Sampadayushi. It says, you should, like how you highlight the Guru, the Upadesha of the mantra that you receive from the Guru, you should not shout it outside. These days, people say Bhagavad Ramanuja shouted it from the top of a Gopura. He shouted the mantra. He did not shout the mantra. He shouted the mantrartha. Many people make mistakes here. Why? Because they haven't studied the scriptures. If Bhagavan himself has said this is what you should do, and if you do not follow it, does it mean that by ignoring the words of Bhagavan, you can get what you want? You cannot get what you want. So even if you want other people to get knowledge and other people to get Sadgati, if you ignore the words of Bhagavan and do something opposite to what Bhagavan has said, opposite to what your Guru, your Acharya has said, then even others will not benefit from the knowledge you give them. Therefore, Bhagavad Ramanuja did not shout the Astakshara mantra in front of a crowd. That is a lie that is being spread. We should understand that it is wrong. Unfortunately, it is so popular. Everybody has written it. Everybody says, oh, such a great thing, such a great thing. They don't understand. One small difference they make, instead of understanding that it was the meaning taught by the mantra, they say it was the mantra itself. In fact, in Divya Suri Charita, it is mentioned that he taught the meaning of the Charama Shloka, Gita Charama Shloka, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Antva Sarva Papebhyo Moksheshyami Mashuchaha. The meaning taught by this Charama Shloka is also taught by the Ashtakshara. And that is what was taught by Bhagavad Ramanuja to the crowd. We should not misinterpret. Now, there are several people, modern people, in the last 100, 200, maybe 300 years. They have started saying that he told it to the crowd, he told it, and some of them are in very, very respectable positions. I can't even say their names out. But we should understand that no matter how popular they might be, if they are not sticking to the scripture, they are wrong. Yadava Prakasha was popular all over India, but he was wrong. Therefore, Bhagavad Ramanuja cried when he heard a wrong interpretation. So, we should also understand that Mantram Yatnena Gopayet is said by the shloka. That is a pramana to say that Bhagavad Ramanuja did not shout it. Goshtipurna was not an idiot to tell Ramanuja not to reveal it outside everywhere. Goshtipurna was not selfish. He only followed the scriptures. That is why till today we say Vaishakhe Rohini Jatam Kashyapanvaya Varidhe Indum Shri Pundarika. He was the Amsha of Pundarika, a Nityasuri. Goshtipurna was not an ordinary human. He was the Amsha of a Nityasuri. Goshtipurna Mahambhaje. I prostrate and I pray, I pay my respects to that great Goshtipurna, who is called Tirukoshti Urnambi in Tamil. Okay, what happens if you do not follow this advice? Yes, we all know that it was told to Bhagavad Ramanuja that he might end up going to Naraka. The next line of the shloka says, Aprakasha Prakashabhyam. You should not highlight the mantra. Why? You should wait for them to get it as Upadesha from a guru. Maybe you have become the guru, then you should give a formal Upadesha. You cannot say it out just like that. You know, these days how they have on loudspeakers, they recite mantras. Even temples, there are loudspeakers where mantras are recited. That is wrong. What happens when you do it? You lose your sampath and you lose your ayush. What do you mean? Do I lose my physical wealth? Not necessarily, but I would definitely lose my spiritual wealth. And I would lose the ability to have an eternal life along with Bhagavan. I would fall down, adhogachanti, as Shiva said. Why? Why am I citing Shiva here? Because if you shout out mantras just like that to the public, and they also learn and think they have learned it, what will the problem be? The problem, it is not just about recitation. It is that they would not have Guru Kripa. And if they do not have Guru Kripa, because they think they have got the knowledge, because they have listened to me, I shouted out and they listened to me and they thought they got the knowledge. But what happens because of that? They lose Guru Kripa. They don't even have a formal Guru. How would they get a Guru Kripa? They have not done that. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. By doing all of these things, as Krishna says, they have not done it. Therefore, they would not get Sadgati. And I will become one of the reasons for them to not getting Sadgati. So I will become a sinner. I might be thinking I'm doing a great service to the world, but that would not be a service. So, what did Bhagavad Ramanuja teach? He taught the meaning of the mantra. You follow what the mantra teaches, then you will get moksha. Just by reciting the mantra, can you get moksha? You cannot. That is also there in the Shastras. Mere recitation will not give you moksha. It will only take you, even if you do it in the authentic way, after getting Upadesha, it will only take you closer towards moksha. You might have got an Upadesha from your Guru. The day you recited it, did you immediately get moksha? No. Then we understand that it takes us closer towards moksha. Recitation of the mantra takes us closer towards moksha. When it has been obtained through Upadesha by the Guru. That is how we should understand it. In South India, it is the month of Margashirsha. People are reciting Tirupavai in the morning. Tirupavai is a praise for Bhagavan, but it is also a praise for Acharyas. All the verses of Tirupavai composed by Andal, that is Goda Devi, they are praises of the auspicious qualities and the greatness of Acharyas as well. It is a hidden meaning inside that you would learn if you listen to authentic gurus and acharyas. So you have to understand the greatness of the guru. So yes, if somebody says, I do not know Sanskrit, give me some Tamil reference, Tirupavai is there. If they say, I will believe only in the Veda says it. If he says, no, I consider Ramayana to be supreme, Ramayana also says it. The first shloka of Ramayana implies the same thing. Correct? I believe it was discussed in the previous class, so I'm not explaining it again. All of these things talk about the greatness of the Guru. Why are we stressing so much? I could have just said Guru is great and moved on. But that might not make it sink deep enough in the minds of listeners. Therefore, we are teaching this much. Okay. So I believe it is past 8. It wouldn't be appropriate to go to the next slide. If anybody has any doubt, feel free to let me know.
No doubts. Thank you very much for explaining in great detail the importance of Guru and Guru Shishya relationship.
Okay. So let us conclude. श्रीवत्सं शतुश्रोति कौतुभस्य श्रीवास राघव गुरोस्तनेन पतश्च विद्यावाप्य विबुधोत्तमतां दधानं कुर्वे सदा हृदि गुरुं करुणाकराख्यम् मङ्गलाशासनपरैः मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैः सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलं कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिनी श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः. Thank you for attending.